Hello, and welcome back to Double Booked, where two pals turn their literary rants into a podcast. I'm Mallory.
And I'm Kayla. And today we're going over Queen of Shadows, which is the 5th book in the Throne of Glass series.
If you read it in our reading order, it's the 5th book.
True. If you read Assassin's Blade after Heir of Fire, like we did, it is the 5th book.
The correct way.
The only way. If you I mean, it's so obvious. I'm sorry, we'll get into that, but it is so blatantly obvious that that is the correct way.
This is how it should be. I'm sorry.
I can't even. But yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. This was such a good book. But my update and my reading update is I've been doing nothing but reading this book because it's a long one, and
yeah, it is.
I didn't have that much time to finish it, but
you started it on Thursday and then you ended it Monday.
Correct.
Yesterday. 645 pages.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
That is insane to me. I flew through it. It was so good. But how are you, Mallory? How are you doing?
I'm good. I have a little bit of a cold. Pretty mad about that.
Aww.
But it's fine. I've got my tea. And right now, I'm looking at my cats and hoping that they don't yap during the recording. My one cat, I have two cats, Obi and Eve. And Obi is he's like a little monster. Like, he's really bad sometimes. Like, 65% of the time, he's a sweet little man. And he's very cute and sweet and nice. But, like, his thing is that he likes to eat food off the counter and stuff. And, like, he'll scavenge. Like, he will eat through wrappers to get to food. And I spoke about my meal prepping. I'm in my meal prepping era.
Oh, yeah.
And over the weekend, I made pepperoni rolls for my lunches this week.
It sounds so good.
And Obi, the man that he is, he likes a good carb. He likes to eat breads. His favorite, in fact, is ciabatta bread. He will eat a loaf of ciabatta bread, and I've seen it happen before. I don't understand.
Margot loves sourdough. That's her favorite.
She's a sophisticated queen.
She loves it.
Yeah, Obi just likes ciabatta bread from Trader Joe's. It happened last night. I had one on the counter, and I was ready. I was putting it in a bag, and I left, and I came back, and it was gone. It was completely gone, and it was nowhere to be seen, and he was licking his chops. He ate a whole pepperoni roll, and, like, they're not that big. They're not bigger than, like, a baseball, but still, he's a little cat.
Okay, you're saying that the pepperoni rolls aren't big, but compared to the size of Obi, like, you guys have to understand, like, he's a small cat.
He's a little boy.
He's very short and small. So, like, I just imagine it's like when a snake eats a mouse, like,
and
it's like this big lump
in their neck. Yeah. And I was looking at him.
He acts like he didn't do anything, but you see like this big lump in his stomach. It's
what's the softball in your gut? I was so mad at him.
Swallowed that whole.
And it was quick, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I shouldn't have left it out. I'm stupid. That was my mistake.
Ugh.
But come on. So I don't know.
It's just sad because like you were looking forward to it too. It's like.
And I have a lot left. I made many, but.
Ugh,
what are you
send
doing?
Some my way.
Back up. Yeah, whatever. That's yet another food-related update for me.
Yeah, well, my food-related update. I made chocolate chip cookies last night because one of my friends is getting married this upcoming weekend, and so I made cookies for her wedding. If you guys don't know about the Pittsburgh cookie table at a wedding, you're missing out.
You're missing out. It's my favorite part of any wedding.
We have cake too. Don't worry, we got all the desserts, but also a plethora of cookies. Like, I'm talking a mountain of cookies.
Multiple tables. It's a cookie table, but, like, it's many tables.
Yeah, a table. Yeah, I think I had 5 at my wedding. I had 5 tables.
I was just gonna say, the cookie tables at Kayla's wedding were amazing. So stocked. Anything you could think of. under the
Yes.
Italian umbrella of cookies and desserts. It was
Yeah.
fantastic.
It was so good. But
And that's great.
dessert and people take plates of them before dinner happens because they have to make sure that they get
You
their
get what you want.
cookie. Like it's actually insane.
Like
It's not okay.
savages. But it's
really
great.
disgusting.
It's my favorite tradition.
But it's fine.
It's
we're
not
good.
disgusting.
No, it's not. It's just they're scavenging just like
it's
Obi.
Oh my god.
Just like Obi.
Just imagine their pepperoni rolls. I just
Oh my
can't believe
gosh.
him. He has tried to eat baked potatoes before. He has run off with a slice of pizza. He's just like a monster, and it's not like I raised him better than this. I don't know what his deal is.
It's like the Hunger Games up in your house.
Honestly, jeez.
Just scavenging. Well, we're not talking about the Hunger Games today.
No.
We are talking about Throne of Glass again, and I'm very excited to get back into this world.
Yes, we missed her.
Missed her so much. So where did we leave off? So we'll talk about where we left off with Heir of Fire because that's the main storyline here. But so at the end of Heir of Fire, Selena, Aelin, is off to confront Arobynn Hamel, who is her former master of the Assassin's Keep, and she believes he has the third word key, which is the Amulet of Orinth, a family heirloom that she lost the night her parents died and she was rescued from the river by Arobynn. And so she believes that he still has it, and she needs to get it back.
Yeah. Adian is also captured, and he's in the dungeons of the Glass Castle, and the King of Adarlan is keeping him as a way to lure Aelin in. And it works.
Oh yeah.
It definitely works.
He's holding him ransom. And then the rest of the gang back in Rifthold. So Sorsha, who was Dorian's love, has been killed by the king. In the process, Chaol is standing up to the king, finally. And he's done with them.
Yes.
The king is going to have Chaol executed, but Dorian uses his magic, freezes the room. Chaol is allowed to flee, but Dorian is held captive by the king, and a wordstone collar is put around his neck.
Can you imagine reading that as, like, that's your cliffhanger and you have to wait to see? It reminds me...
no.
It reminds me a lot of, like, Xaden becoming Venin, and we had to wait and figure out what it was. It was, like, kind of a big letdown of a wait, but...
Oh, yeah. No, that's...
Yeah.
There's no more waiting for me. Like, I just get to blow through it. It's like binge watching a TV show.
It's so nice.
It's really awesome.
It's the best way to be spoiled. I love it.
Yeah. And then I think the last thing of note is that Rowan breaks his blood bond with Queen Maeve and immediately enters into another blood bond.
He just can't get enough. He can't get
with
enough.
Aelin. They are Karanim. Is that who we're saying?
Karanim?
Yeah.
Karanim?
Sure.
Yeah.
Which means their, like, souls are bound together and they can share power with each other. And so they just got this big
Crazy
connection
bonds.
going on.
Yeah.
It's a lot of bonds going on here. Yeah.
For sure.
So, how are we feeling about everybody at this moment? Like...
I just remember reading this book and, like... and, like, the Dorian of it all stressed me out. I was so stressed. Because, like... I don't know. It's not, like, a crazy idea to just, like, have him killed off. He's not that important.
No.
But, like, it would be
No,
easy.
at this point, he's not.
No. So, like, I don't know. I really thought that was it for him. Or that he would become a villain. And that would just break my heart. But that part was the most stressful. And it opens right up. Like, the book starts with Dorian's evil little voice inside his head. And, like...
Oh, yeah.
His anger in that moment and how he can't really fully remember. He doesn't really know who he is. Oh, that part was so good. I loved
That
that.
was very stressful. I did
Yeah.
not like those parts. I mean, I liked them, but I didn't like the parts of when it switched back to Dorian real quick and he's like trying to remember who he is and he just like is slowly just like melting away. Oh, it just like
Like,
killed
you
me.
hate it and it's hard, but oh my god. That's just so, it was fun to read, like, in a weird, sick way, just because it's like,
Yeah.
what's gonna happen with him?
Oh,
Oh, that part was wild. The whole thing. Every time it cut back to Dorian, and it's just such a slimy little voice that she wrote for the Valg,
I hate
the
it.
Valg version or whatever of Dorian.
Yeah.
Ah, couldn't wait to find out what happened with that. It's awesome.
I know. I was very stressed the whole time, honestly. Um,
What were your thoughts opening up this one?
oh, yeah, I was afraid of the whole Dorian thing for sure. And then, so that's where we left off with Air of Fire. But then reading
Mhm.
Assassin's Blade in between there, I
Yeah.
was like, obviously so upset with Arobynn and everything he did.
Right. Yeah.
And oh my gosh, I was honestly ready for this. I was like, oh yeah, like,
Let's
girl,
get
you
him.
gotta go back there. Let's get him.
Yeah.
Like, I am ready for this. And I feel like you wouldn't have that same reaction if you had not read.
No.
I mean, obviously, I guess, depending on pretty much every reading order, it's like you're reading it before this, but it's
Yeah.
so fresh in your mind
Mhm.
when it's now.
Yeah.
Like, because I know some people read it also after Crown of Midnight.
Uh-huh. Which
But I just
I don't think
don't.
you should do that.
I don't think it's
No.
right.
I was gonna say that. Like, what happens to Sam and even like to everyone, how Arobynn behaves in Assassin's Blade. She just made us hate him so much more. And like we're
Oh my
so ready
gosh.
for something bad to happen to him. Like he's not a good
Oh,
guy.
so ready. And there's so many callbacks to
Yeah.
whether it be Lysandra
Uh-huh.
or there's just so many.
Yeah.
There's so many
It really
things
just
that
gets us ready for this book. It's in the perfect
centers you.
spot where we read it. I would change
Yeah.
nothing.
Hey guys, we wanted to take a second to tell you something pretty cool. So we are a brand ambassador for a bookish shop called Hello Milo. You can use the link in our Instagram bio or our show notes, or you can go to shophellomilo.com and use the code doublebooked_pod to get 15% off your entire order, and they also offer free shipping over $50.
It's a really good deal. It's a very cute store. We each have some things from them. I've got a really cute hat that says Book Club Babe on it. I wore it this past weekend. I got a few compliments. I think Kayla got some fun Kindle stickers.
So be sure to check that out and let us know what you get. And then another thing, so I was excited for her to go back to Rifthold because I kind of felt like with Air of Fire, one of the hangups that I had with that one was like we had two books where everybody was together and
Yeah.
it was like the same dynamic. And then we got to Air of Fire, and it's like she's off with Rowan, and
Yeah,
then
it's
Dorian
different.
and Chaol are here, then they have a new friend, and then it's Manon, and it's like
Yeah.
everything felt so like
Just a little
disconnected.
scattered. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was really happy for her to like get back with the gang, but like obviously Dorian's like
Obviously,
okay.
Dorian's not there. He's unwell.
But little did I know that I mean the tension between her and Chaol is crazy.
They're not friends.
No.
They're not friends. Beginning like half of the book, basically.
Yeah.
And I just have something to say about Chaol. Like,
Okay. Go ahead.
what's up with him? Like, what's with the attitude?
Oh,
Basically.
so
I just,
attitude.
what's with the sass? You
It's
sent her
actually
away.
Crazy.
It
So
was his
yeah, we
decision.
can just. Oh, it was his. Oh yeah,
He
that's like
did that.
when somebody breaks up with you and then they're like mad at you because you guys broke up. It's like, bro, you did that.
You did
Like,
this. This was your
actually did
choice.
that. This is actually you.
I
It's
don't get
crazy.
his attitude and demeanor towards her. I was just like, back up. You did
And
this, brother.
it's so petty. It's so petty
so
at times.
petty.
I remember there being like a quote, something of like, you're like off with your little fairy prince,
Yeah,
and
he
it's
uses
like,
the word
oh
gallivanting, I
no,
think.
no, 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 no,
Like,
no, no,
hold
no.
on. Did you or did
Oh
you
yeah.
not banish me to another land? Is the answer yes? Shut your mouth. I don't
But she
understand.
also, did she or did she not? He told her he loved her, and she said, "I'm
She
sorry."
said sorry. Boards the boat. All right.
But you know what?
Yeah.
We're Aelin sympathizers, so
We
it's
sure
fine.
are.
And I used to be a Chaol sympathizer. That's the crazy part.
And you hang on. You want to be there for Kale, because no one is. And you want to be there
No
for
one,
him, but no one else
no
is.
one's.
It does not make it easy.
There's another quote. Oh, I don't know if I have it, but it's like something, and he's like, oh, she asked him. She's like, Lord Kale, I assume, like, because
Yeah.
he kind of denounced the king, and then he
Uh-huh.
was gonna go be the Lord of Ania,
Yeah.
where his family is. And she's like, so it's Lord Kale, and he's like, it's just Kale. Like he's just Kale. I imagine him. singing the I'm just Ken song, and he's like,
Oh my
I'm,
god.
I'm just
Anywhere
Kale.
else I'd be a tail.
Like I
That
can't.
is awesome. He is so Ken. He
He's
is
just
so
Ken.
Ken.
He's just Ken, and Selena is Barbie. She's just
She definitely is Barbie with daggers.
she is the main character, and she won't let
That is
anybody else
awesome.
take her spotlight.
No.
I love it.
I'm just kidding.
But speaking of Kale,
Yeah.
so she's going to confront Arobynn, and she finds Kale there talking with him, which is she hasn't spoken to Kale yet, and
Yeah.
this is kind of a weird situation. She's probably scared at this moment because
Mhm.
while she's not, in love with Kale, she is obviously scarred by what happened to Sam. And so seeing another person that she still cares about talking to her master, she's probably like, "Oh, I don't like
Yeah.
that at
Some
all."
fishies going on.
Yeah.
Rightfully
So,
so. I would feel the same way.
yeah. But then they have like this conflict where Aelin's mad that he just like fleed the situation with Dorian, but he's
Yeah.
mad that she hasn't been there and you're gallivanting around with your fairy prince. And oh, it's so bad. Like he says, quote, magic makes people dangerous. And then Aelin
Yeah.
says, magic has saved your life a few times now, if I recall correctly. He
Boom,
says,
roasted.
once magic is free, who is to stop the monsters from coming out again? Who is to stop you?
Basically calling her a
Monster.
monster. I
Monster.
just, Kale,
Like,
did he ever really
oh,
love her? I don't think he
that's
did.
what I'm saying to you.
He just
That's what I'm
like
saying to you. He didn't.
he
He
didn't. He
could
just
have.
loved who he wanted her to be and like who he made
Yes.
her in his head made her out to be. He can't love her. He's too Kale to do it. He can't
Yeah.
do it. He's not. No, he's not there
Yes.
yet.
And then they also have this conflict of like what should we do about Dorian?
Mm-hmm.
So Aelin is of the mind that like if he's not there anymore, like we gotta put him out of his misery. And it's only
Yeah.
right. And Kale feels the opposite where he's like, don't touch a hair on his head.
Don't
Like,
touch my
that's my
friend.
bro.
Yeah. Don't touch my man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how did you feel about that? Like at this point in time, like whose side are you on?
I was thinking about this, and it's like, I don't know, maybe I've read too many fantasy books, but like, there's gotta be a way to fix it. And like,
That's
I
yeah.
knew they couldn't kill him, like, just like that. They weren't gonna
Right.
have him go out that way. I really didn't know if he was gonna live or not, but I'm like, you can't just behead him and like, that's it.
No, like I definitely thought he needed to be controlled. Maybe Aelin's approach was a little too drastic, but I was thinking like you, there has to be another way. But
Yeah.
like Kale saying like we can't because that's my friend, like that's also not super justified
Yeah.
because if
It's
I
like,
mean,
I hate to, okay, I hate to make it this comparison, but like, if you have a very old pet
Oh, yeah.
The quality of life is very low, and like the pet can't walk or see or hear or taste.
100%.
It's like, what should we
100%,
do
yeah.
here? We have a responsibility, but it's not that. So, and he is like the prince too.
Right. Yeah, I don't think I was ever really scared at the possibility because I knew Aelin wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, no guts.
I just knew it. And once again, the Assassin's Blade connection. Like, I think I knew because of how she handled the Ansel situation. It's like, obviously she loves
Right.
Dorian so much more. They're
Yeah.
such greater
It's a way
friends.
deeper bond. She couldn't.
So
do that.
it's like, she couldn't. I mean, for the greater good, she could do anything, but this is definitely a different situation. But
Yeah. Maybe if more was at stake, I don't
Yeah.
know. But I agree. I don't think she could do it either, and she didn't have to. But yeah.
also the Ansel situation, like I was looking for this girl at every corner. I have notes all in my notes. I'm like, Ansel question mark? Ansel question mark?
Oh
like
my
they
gosh.
introduce a new character. I'm
Is
like,
this Ansel?
Ansel? And I texted you, I think a lot, being like, wait, is this person Ansel? And you're
Yeah.
like, just stop. Like just
It's so difficult having read these already. I can't properly like theorize with you.
Right, I know.
I just
know,
have to
it's
give
hard.
vague, like, I don't know, kind of answers. But it's
Yeah.
so fun to watch. Like, it's not Ansel. It's not Ansel.
That's not Ansel.
That is not the Ansel.
No. So what else is happening? The witches are being witchy, and Manon is told by Duke Parrington's little minions that she needs to give them a coven. Manon has to give them a coven to test, and she's like, "What test?" And they're like, "We need to test if they are compatible with breeding with the Valk."
No.
This part, I'm puking. I'm
Uh-uh.
puking.
So they want to create like Valg witch hybrid creature things.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
No, of
Let's
course
do
not.
that. And Manon's
course
like, no. I'm good, thanks.
Ew. No.
But they're with
I hate it.
Duke Parrington and his meaty fingers.
His meaty
And
fingers.
They just like
putting
kinda
the
don't trust
stones
him.
in their stomach.
Oh my god.
It's so gross.
No.
But yeah, that's just another thing that's happening. And Arobynn ends up striking a deal with Selena. I guess we should have said that first, but you all know what happens. They strike a deal, and he's like, "Since you're the only person who has like successfully defeated the Valg, I want you to capture one for me, and so I can examine it. And in return, he will help her rescue Adian from the king."
Mm-hmm.
So seems like a good deal, but not also. Like, why does she keep entering these deals with him?
Quit making deals with the devil.
Deals with the devil. Literally the devil.
That's enough. It's only gonna cost you more. He's just gonna tack more on your student loans. And it's just gonna hurt you more in the end. It's never a good idea.
Yes.
But she agrees because obviously she wants to see her cousin.
Her cousin.
Her cousin.
Her cousin.
So Aelin.
Yeah, and then
Aelin's super in her the big chop era. Much like Kayla. She chops and dyes her hair in the beginning. I don't know. It's just a funny like, but I've cut my hair so no one knows who I am.
Oh my gosh, just like the masquerade. It's like, oh yeah, nobody's gonna notice you. Nobody. Yeah, and I guess that's an important thing to point out too, is like the king doesn't know that Selena is Aelin. Like he doesn't know that at this point. He just thinks like his champion is still out there, and she's back
out there. She's back.
Oh yeah, she's back.
She's really missing Rowan a lot. Thinking about him a lot. We have a
talk
lot to
about that.
discuss.
Let's talk about that. So she is missing Rowan. Like, and I'm just a little bit confused. So maybe you can
Why are you confused?
iron this out. Yeah, so I'm very confused because I feel like in the previous book, Air of Fire, they really hammered home the point because I wasn't thinking of them as anything more than just friends because they said it so many times. They were like,
really
it's
did.
just brother and sister. They saw each other naked, but they're just brother and sister. They're just friends. Like they said it so many times. So my thing is like, is this all because of the blood oath?
I don't think so.
Because if so, like, I don't like that.
What?
I don't like.
I don't like how they set it up in the first place. Like as the
no, I don't like if this is the only reason they're so like romantically in love with each other. I don't like that. Like, I don't like if this is what's bringing them together.
I don't think that's it because he wasn't in love with Maeve. They weren't in love. He wasn't in love with Maeve. I don't think he was. And she wasn't in love with him.
I don't think he was in love with her, but I thought
you definitely like have a commitment to this person and you're gonna do what they say, basically. But I don't think that's like why they've.
Yeah, I just was worried because I was like, she changed her. She changed real quick. Like
I don't know. Like I had the same like kind of weird feeling. Like, hold on. Are they not having like sibling energy right now? Like, because in Air of Fire, it is just hammered into our heads that they are really, 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 really distant cousins. That they're like brother, sister. They're just nothing intimate at all. I think she says he's good looking like twice, and it's like it's not, and we get it. And I wanted to go there, like reading Air of Fire, like I was like, okay, I'm ready for this, and it was not happening. And it's like, okay, I guess it's not happening. I guess it is Chaol, but like, in this book, it's a totally different energy, and I see a lot of people who say like they loved that part of this book, that they were like so excited about the Rowan and Aelin of it all, but I just couldn't like get there in my head. It was like, but I'm still stuck on the other mindset, and there was not a lot of transition.
I know.
It was very stark.
It was hard for me to, I don't know, to digest all of that.
Yeah.
It was.
However, I'm a big fan.
I'm a huge fan. I love Rowan. Love him.
He's fantastic. He's great.
Love him. Chaol can just get out of here. Everybody else can go now. That's okay. But
what was I?
I love it.
The Rowan thing. He says that, like, it's at some point in this book, I think, how the smell of her used to, like, drive him crazy, and he hated her for it. And, like, now it's just completely different. But it reminded me of Edward and Bella in Twilight. How in the first movie, you know what I'm talking about? Where she walks into the biology class and the fan's blowing and her scent blows towards Edward, and he's like,
no way.
And he's like, oh my god, it's so bad. And he like has to cover up his nose. And like, he's so repulsed by her.
It's and that's how Rowan was too, like with her.
That's what it reminded me of.
Because she was just like this stupid, like, human. Like, just like, it was just funny. But things have changed.
Things have definitely changed. The tides have turned.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I think next what happens is they eventually rescue Audible.
Yes.
From
they reunite.
King. Yes, they reunite. And I wanted to call attention to this one thing.
Yes.
So when they're getting Audible out, Dorian confronts them on their way out. Aelin and Audible, and she's trying to kind of see, like, is he still in there or is he not? And she's giving him a chance. But at the end of the day, she's like, oh, he's too far gone.
There's
He's
none of
going to
him
kill
left.
us, and we're not going to get out of here. And so she's like ready to like
Do
chop
it
off his
there.
head.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Nezrin, who is Chaol's little friend,
Yeah,
I
by
guess.
the way, Nezrin, the new captain of the guard.
Oh gosh. She steps in and she is like, if you kill Dorian, I'm gonna kill Adian. And Aylin's like, what? And she realizes that Chaol sent her to spy on them. But I love when she gets back with Chaol and she's like, why would you do that? Like,
Yeah.
she's like,
Backstabber.
I hate you for
Yeah.
that. She says, quote, you want to know what I did? I gave him 1 minute. I gave up 1 minute of my escape to him. Do you understand what can happen in 1 minute? Because I gave one to Dorian when he attacked Adian and me today to capture us. I gave him a minute in which the fate of my entire kingdom could have changed forever. I chose the son of my enemy. And I love that because she did the same thing for Ansel. She gave her a minute.
She did. You're right.
She said, you have 20 minutes, and I fired on 21. And I thought that was such a cool connection.
I love that.
I love
I
that.
didn't even notice that. That's so true. She
1
likes to
minute.
just give a little extra time. She gives a little more.
Yeah, she has a
Because
heart.
she's soft.
She does.
At heart.
She
That's
is.
a great connection.
I loved that.
But yeah, she did. She wanted to hear him out.
Yeah.
I mean, she wasn't hearing Dorian, but yeah, super mad at Chaol for that.
Yeah, and in case anyone cares what Dorian is thinking, he says so many times, like, I wish she had killed me. Like, I wish she had done it. Oh, it's so horrible.
It's so sad. Yeah, he's that. Like, the tone of, like, everything we hear from Dorian / Valg Prince is just that he's so mad. He's angry.
Yeah.
And it's like, ooh, he's gonna, like, destroy some stuff. Like, we gotta fix this. Is there a remedy? Yeah. Medic!
Yeah.
Whenever Rowan and Aelin finally reunite, I have it in my book. I don't need to read anything because, like, she's just crying the entire time. Like, she smells him. She smells the pine and snow. And she smells him and just, I imagine, like, what's a dramatic, like, scene in a movie?
Oh, it's on the Bachelor when they go on the dates and, like, the first girl that runs up, it's just, like, legs around him, arms around him, jumps into his arms.
They're always wrapping their legs around that guy. Yeah. And you ever watch The Bachelor and, like, they do that? Yeah, you do, yeah. Because we watched together many hours. But they wrap their legs around him, they throw their bodies at him, and he is crying
you can,
so
like,
hard.
see their underwear. It's like,
and he's just bracing. Like, he does not want to fall down because he's on TV. Yeah. But it's so funny. But, I mean, obviously these two are more graceful than that. But she flings herself into Rowan's arms, and she's just crying. And he's like, hey, why are you crying? And she's like, because you smell so bad. And they just, like, fall back into their little back and forth.
Oh, and the smell.
The smell.
This part broke me. So, because he smells so bad, she's like, you need a bath.
Right, okay.
Yeah. She takes him into the bath. You guys, the lavender soap.
The lavender.
I'm dead.
Soap. She just gives it to him.
Oh, she's just in this place where she's like, I don't want to regret anymore. You know what I mean? She just doesn't want to, and she regretted not letting Sam use the soap because it was expensive.
The last thing that she, like, smelled on him was the cheap soap that she made him use, and so she's gonna be different this time.
She also gives him some of Sam's clothes, which do not fit him because he's massive.
Because he's so big, what did I say?
Everyone in this book is so big. Like, they're all just big. They're all just big.
Except probably Chaol.
Yeah.
It's okay, Chaol. It's all
and then right. Rowan and Adian he's just Chaol.
He's just Chaol.
That's how I picture him too. Like, he's just Chaol.
He's like, hey, what's up, guys?
It's just like a little stick figure.
Yeah, it's Chaol.
With the sword.
Aw. Do doing his
can't.
best.
I'm so sorry, but he asked for it. Yeah. So Rowan and Adian are kind of getting into it.
Yeah.
Distant cousin to cousin. because Adian really wants that blood oath because he just thought it was his the whole time.
He's like, what
and
do
he
you
finds
mean?
out that the blood oath has been given away and he's not happy about it. So there's all that.
What is this rule? Like, there's only one blood oath available?
No,
like,
but
what does this mean?
okay,
Do
but
it again.
that's the point. He gets like all upset about it, but like then everything's fine and he gets over it because she's like, well, multiple people can take the blood oath, and I'm like, oh, well then that was.
Is it just
for
like
nothing.
he wanted to be first? Like, I'm
He
still
wanted to
confused
probably
about that.
be the only one, I'm guessing.
Well, the times have changed.
Yeah.
Women are blood
Yeah.
oathing with multiple men these days.
Yeah,
It's
seriously.
already in.
Oh
I
my
don't get it.
gosh.
But yeah, like he gets his shot and he's fine. He's just threw his entire tantrum for nothing.
It's crazy.
We have a new character, Elide. What do you think of Elide?
So I was not impressed with her at first.
Yeah.
Until we realized who her parents are, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, it was crazy. So she admits that her mother was the one who died defending Aelin, and bought her the time that she needed to run away.
Such a full circle moment.
So full circle.
And like, again, SJM getting us in the feels. Because
seriously.
That's just, what? Didn't Aelin mention that like she wanted to be able to thank the maid who helped her?
She did. And she's such an important character lead. Like, we'll talk about it, but sheesh.
Oh my god.
It's insane how she makes these small characters have such big parts. Like, even Lysandra and like, oh my gosh. Like, we can't get into everything because this would be 7 hours long, but you guys know what happened. And there's a reason this book's called Queen of Shadows. There are so many freaking queens in this book. I can't.
We have
like, there's
so many
queens. Absolute girl power in this book.
That's all this is. It's just girl power.
All it is. Every woman ends up becoming a queen.
It's great.
Right. It's insane.
It's true. I love it.
So speaking of queens,
yes,
Lysandra, they got this whole thing going on. They end up conspiring against Arobynn, and they take him down.
Lysandra takes him down. I had a problem with this.
Why?
I didn't want her to do it. I thought that Aelin would be able to do it.
No, I don't think Aelin could have done it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think she could have.
I wanted her to have that justice. But I guess Lysandra, deserved that. Because I think, he also made her struggle for
I don't think she wanted to do it. If she wanted to do it, she would have done it. She wouldn't have offered it.
That is a good point.
I don't think she wanted to. Because even after everything that happened, she still was, not disgusted by him. It's crazy.
He's my father, brother, uncle, dad, lover weirdness.
Yeah.
No, I don't think you're right.
So
she maybe probably
weird.
couldn't have done it. But I was surprised reading that, Arobynn is dead. And,
he's actually dead, yeah.
I was like, oh, they did it. I really thought he would, maybe do more, but I guess they kill him, and it's pretty crazy.
This part, I was screaming at this part. When he slips that ring on her finger, and he's like, do this, and she does it, and, I think she is, legitimately under his control. I'm like, not okay. Not okay.
So stressful.
And then he, touches her butt on the way out, and it's like,
no, please. So
oh my gosh. But yeah, she honestly she punked him.
She gets the job.
Arobynn has been punked.
Totally punked him. You've been punked.
Totally.
The ultimate prank. The ultimate gotcha. You know, like in New Girl, the Winston pranks? This is like 4,000 times more than that, but
it's like a classic Winston and Cece
mess around. It's just Aelin and Lysandra messing around.
Yeah, seriously. Messing around. But yeah, I just love that the girls just took him down, and I hated the fact, well, I love the fact that she changed the will, but it was just so crazy to hear that, like, if she wouldn't have done that, she would have gotten nothing. It says, quote, Clarice would have been a very rich woman, and Tern would have become king of the assassins. And you know what I would have received? The amulet of Orinth. That was all he left me. That's when she loses it, because once she does all of that and they read the will and all of that, she goes back up to its body and severs his head off. Like,
cuts his head off. You're right.
Yeah.
Nailing the
That's
actual
when she's
coffin.
done. Yeah.
What
She's
a
done.
knife in the back. Like, and just
that's crazy.
To know after all that what you really meant to him, like,
it's
nothing.
Insane.
Pretty crazy. So she's
That's
justified
crazy.
there. Everyone's justified in their hatred towards that man. What a monster.
Yeah. Insane.
Oh my god.
I think the only other thing that we should talk about in part 1 is who Lorcan is, which you might be better at describing him than me.
Lorcan is basically like what Rowan was to Maeve. He's just like in that group of big, strong, fae guys who serves Maeve. I'm pretty sure that's it. But we meet Lorcan because he like shows up and threatens Aelin. He's like, I'm gonna destroy the word keys for Maeve. Like,
because
that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And
they're like, well, doesn't that go against your blood oath?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, no, because I'm actually protecting her by not allowing her to become a demon. And I'm like,
wait.
Okay, loophole.
Where's that in your contract?
Calling him loophole. But yeah.
Then,
he's
like, Arobynn. I'm not Arobynn, my god. Rowan shows up and helps Aelin because Lorcan's being real creepy and, like, looks like he's gonna hurt her.
Yeah.
So Rowan helps. And I feel like that's a turning point for these two. Like,
oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah, after Rowan kind of saves, she doesn't need saving, she's a queen, but he helps Aelin get away from Lorcan. By the way, I hate that name. Lorcan.
Yeah.
Such a horrible name.
I don't like it.
After that, he just kind of starts to open up a little more and kind of give in to Aelin because, like, by the way, she's pushing so hard for, like, their relationship to really begin.
Oh, yeah.
And he's kind of like, I just have to leave the room. I can't do this.
Yeah, she's, like, wearing these little, like, nightgowns.
Yeah.
And, like, just bouncing around everywhere.
And he's just not
He's
ready.
Like,
like, I can't do this. He's not emotionally there yet. But he gets there. Yeah, he starts talking about his tattoo, about his mate, Lyria, right? Is that her name?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's like what his one tattoo is.
Yeah, because he lost her
to Maeve.
And his unborn child.
Right. I am constantly forgetting that there was a kid.
So it's pretty deep stuff, but I think that's what connects them so well is that they both have somebody that that they've lost. And I love the part when they go back to Sam's grave and they're both there and like she's like, this, he was really important to me, and he's like, I know what he was to you. And like they just understand each other, and they both put the rocks on the grave, and it's just it's
sweet, man.
It's so sweet.
Why am I tearing up? Oh my god.
It's just like two like widows that like come together. It's like that is like the sweetest story to me.
It's very sweet. And you know what like I think of is in that moment, if it was Chaol there with her instead of Rowan, he would have been like, what, did you like him more than me? Or like, he would have been jealous.
He's so insecure. So insecure.
He would not have participated in the same way, but I'm so glad it was Rowan instead. That was such a sweet moment.
Yeah, but Rowan, like, is blowing it too. Like, when she finally is trying to get close to him and he's like, don't touch me like that, actually gasped. I was like,
Yeah. Because it's like, what do you mean? Because we're kind of working our way up, and we think like, okay, he's gonna let it happen. Don't touch me. It's like,
oh,
what?
no,
Very
sir.
shocking. What
And
do you
I'm
mean?
so used to her being the one to push people away that I was, like,
Yeah.
stunned by that. I
You
actually
got
was stunned.
rejected.
It was
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that is
But
true.
he's worried that he's gonna lose somebody again,
Yeah.
and that he won't be able to make a decision that's like the right decision or either of them, because they want to protect the other person. That's like
Yeah.
his thing, is like, you need to
Yeah.
do what's best and not save me. And it's like, dude, what else is there to live for? Like, I'm sorry, but like,
Valiant to a fault, this guy. Like,
yeah,
let's just have a connection. It's okay. Let's
yeah.
try it. Let's try the emotion thing.
But yeah, so we are in, I guess we're diving into part 2 here. I mean, there's a lot here, but
I can't wait.
there's a lot that unfolds.
I
So I
cannot
guess
wait.
maybe we should just go over, like, our favorite moments from this whole ending sequence.
2 words. Caltaine. I cannot wait to talk about Caltaine with you. Because, like, back in the first book, I knew all this was happening. I knew this had happened. I was like, she's coming back. Now we can finally talk about what happened with her. What did you think, like, when you read her name on the page?
Oh, like when she first came back into the fold?
Yeah.
I guess I wasn't surprised that she was, like, back in it, because I knew she was, like, Duke Parrington's little minion. But I was surprised, when we learned about the shadow fire and all these things. I'm like, wow, she's, like, pretty powerful. And I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
And so I guess now it makes sense why she would be the one that holds the word key that they're trying to control, because, like, she is so powerful. And we didn't know that about her.
No, we didn't.
They've always presented her as this person that's, like, she's submissive, is what I'm saying. Like, she's always been pretty submissive to, like,
and, like,
Duke
not
Parrington.
doing her own thing. It's all about Duke Parrington, his meaty fingers.
Right.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was very surprised to, like, read her name. I don't know why I wasn't expecting it. Should have been. And then at that point, I knew she was going to be important. I'm like, okay. She's here now.
I was shook. When she took
ending?
the stone out of her arm. I'm like, you're kidding me.
They embedded it into her arm. First of all,
but just the fact that she was the answer, like,
she was what we needed.
Wow.
Another queen.
Oh.
Queens across the board.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Another queen. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then when she gives it to Elide, and she wraps it in the cloth from the cloak that Selena gave her in the dungeons, and she's like, give this to Selena Sardathian as...
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was awesome.
Like, I cannot. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Elide, like, has this backstory with her, and she's finally gonna meet her, and it's like, everything is just coming together.
Like, that story just is laid out in front of us, and I could not wait to get to that part. Like, when they meet. It's so awesome. Just that line was so great.
But yeah, she says that she says to tell Selena to remember her promise to me to punish them all. And then she burns that place to the ground. Including herself. So she's gone, sacrifice. Right? Which is crazy, because they're, like, making all of these weapons and things for her shadow fire. And at least that's not... I mean, they're not going to be using that, so... She
took it all away from them.
That's good. Yeah.
A big sacrifice. Caltaine, the queen. Wow.
Craziness.
All hail. That was awesome.
Craziness.
Manon and Aelin meet. What did you think of their meeting?
I love it. Love it so much. I'm kind of I just wonder what this like bond is between them, because there's another bond going
Another
on here.
bond.
I know there is, because she Selena says like Selena Aelin, when they're kind of all fighting and Manon's about to get like crushed by the temple.
Yeah.
And it says here, quote, "Here it was again, that tug toward Manon, whose arms buckled as she collapsed to the stone. Her enemy, her new enemy, who would have killed her and Rowan if given the chance. A monster incarnate. But perhaps the monsters needed to look out for each other every now and then."
Women supporting women.
It's crazy!
That's queen behavior, and she saves her.
The most shocking part was not Aelin to me, because we've already seen that softer side of Aelin, but we are now starting to see the softer side of Manon, where we haven't before. And so when she's like, I owe my life to her, I'm like, okay, like, you know, you're pretty ruthless. Like, you're not going to do anything. What are you going to do for her? You know what I mean? She's Aelin. And, but she helps a lead. When Aelin goes into the square and it says witch killer, the human is still inside him.
Oh my god, that part was so awesome. Manon leaves Aelin this message telling her like, Dorian's still in there. He's still in there. Don't kill him.
I'm not okay.
Unwell. That was so awesome. Because like Manon and Aelin aren't best friends. Like they still, I think, respect each other a lot, but like they don't love each other or anything. But just this, I have to tell you this information thing. It was awesome. I love that.
Yeah, and she like covers for them and everything. It's crazy. And then I guess we got to talk about the Dorian Manon connection as well, because I don't know what the freak is going on there, but she like saves him.
Yeah, like she like finds him and they just kind of like look at each other for a little while, and
she like wards off the demon.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Based on almost nothing, she saves him.
No. And what I love about this moment, I had to bring this up. So I love this part because to me, we all knew he was still in there. Yeah. But you like see when she's kind of warding off the demon for him, you see like the little parts of him come out. And he has such like F-boy energy, and I just can't.
Ooh, she pretty.
Yeah, he basically says that, but like she's asking him what color do you bleed? Meaning like, are you demon? Are you magic? Whatever. And he goes, I'll bleed whatever color you tell me to. Like, girl, whatever color you tell me to bleed, I will. Like, it's just, I loved it because it's like, he's back.
He's coming back. If you're a bird, I'm a bird. That's what that sounds like.
And then I can't remember what she says before this, but he goes, I want you to do lots of things to me, raking his eyes.
What's that? Like, dude, you just woke up.
He's back. He's back.
That's your first thought?
The party boy is back. I love it.
Dorian has returned. The king has returned.
Seriously. Our king. He has returned. They rescue him.
Aelin puts the immunity ring around Dorian's finger, and the collar breaks off, and he's back. And then, right after that, like, don't they go confront the king?
Oh, like, he's there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ends up showing up, and he's like, I killed Chaol. And Dorian's like, what do you mean? Because he's back, and he's like, that's my bro.
Where's my buddy?
Yeah, so he's like full force, like gonna kill the king. And the king like confesses to some things that are pretty interesting. So I'm a little confused by this. I'm sure it'll make more sense at some point. But so the biggest thing he says is that Erewhon, who is the king of the Valg, is not actually dead.
Mm-hmm.
Which they kind of found out earlier in the story, but he like confirms that. And he confirms that he is in Morath, which is where all of Duke Parrington's people are, like gearing up for this war. And he says that not only is Erewhon alive, but he is Duke Parrington.
A pawn!
I'm sorry, what?
Duke Parrington has just been being controlled by this Valg king the whole time.
Yes.
And Kaltain just escaped. Well, I mean, she's dead, but like, it's crazy.
So then, like, the king kind of admits that, like, he has been controlled by Erewhon. Like, all of his... That's why he did all of these things. And he's kind of, like, pleading to Dorian, like, son, I didn't want to do this, like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like, I got a question for you. Do you believe him? This is kind of like the Verity situation. Like, are you team manuscript or are you team letter?
Oh
like,
my gosh, that's a good
question.
question.
Who do you believe? Because I don't know.
It's true. Yeah, like, is it gonna be that easy? That, like, he didn't do it? He can't own it? Like, if that's the truth, like, okay. But if not, like, I don't know. Like, what do they think? It's just very...
Yeah.
It seemed to be a little easy for him, his story.
I don't buy it. I don't think he's being controlled, though. Like, I think he's helping.
Yeah, like, you think he's, like, aiding the Valg?
Yeah. Like, I think he tried to play it off like, oh, he's controlling me, too. But I think he's really just helping Erewhon. Like, I don't think he's in control like Duke Parrington is in his control. So, that's just my take. I think he was bluffing. I don't know if we'll ever find out, but you probably know.
I sure do.
But yeah. And then Dorian shatters the glass castle.
Isn't a woman supposed to do that?
Yeah, right.
The glass ceiling. Right. But it's so awesome. And Aelin takes credit for it, right?
She doesn't. She does clarify it, but a few people think she does.
I think that she doesn't want people to know Dorian did it. Because he's the king.
Oh, yeah. She doesn't want them to know that he killed the king. Because that would, like, kind of set him up for failure as, like, the new king of Ireland. The new king.
Yeah, back to Chaol. The king did not kill Chaol, but in fact, like, really badly injured him, and now Chaol is paralyzed from the waist down. He had, like, a really bad spinal injury.
Yeah.
Him and Nesrin are going, south or north to find a healer.
So as far as everybody goes, Aelin and gang are headed back to Terrasen. Mm-hmm. And Elide is dropped off by Manon, and she tells her to go north and to find Selena Sardathian. So she doesn't know yet that they're the same person, which is crazy. Okay, awesome. And I know exactly what you're going to say. Yeah. Because Manon comes back. And Dorian sees her out his window. Yeah. And the whole time I'm thinking, lady, you could have gave her a ride. Like, you...
Yeah. Like,
carpooled.
I think it's ridiculous. Like, she drops her off somewhere. She's like, they're just like in the middle of nowhere. She goes, she's just like, you gotta go now. Head to Orinth and find who you need. Like, I'm not helping you anymore. She's going there anyway.
She goes there anyway.
I thought that was so ridiculous.
She literally goes just to gaze at Dorian through the glass. Crazy. I can't.
Drops her off.
So funny.
Good luck hiking hundreds of miles by yourself.
Yeah.
What?
So that's where we leave off. And Elide has to find Selena and give her back the word key, and that would put her in possession of 2 of the word keys. Yep. And also, but Lorcan did steal back the immunity ring.
Yeah,
he did.
You're right.
He did take that.
He did.
So she doesn't have that, but she does have the Eye of Elena still, I believe.
Yeah, she does.
Because she gave that to Chaol to protect him against the king.
Yeah.
And then they get home to Terrasen, and I just love this part. I have to read this part. So she recognizes that Rowan, who smells of pine and snow, smells like her homeland of Terrasen. Like, it says, how had she never realized that Rowan's scent was of Terrasen, of home? I can't. No. And then the last... Yeah, the
Yeah.
last quote, which I'll read because it's just
Yeah.
heartwarming. Quote, Aelin ran a hand over the rough rock, and the sun-warmed stone tingled as if in greeting. Then she stepped beyond the stone, and at long last, Aelin, Ash River, Galathinius was home.
Ah! She is so back. Oh my god.
She's so back, guys.
I love how it ends like on a hopeful note. And it's not as like, what's gonna happen? Like we are thinking that, but I'm at ease, like at the end of
Yes.
this book. Like I
And-
guess there's Chaol to worry about, but
Yeah. And
because
there,
that
and
is
there
pretty
was
bad,
Yeah, oh yeah.
but I guess he is
He's
pretty
just Chaol.
He's just Chaol.
So we're not too concerned.
No.
We got Rowan now. Yeah, I think this book was the perfect mixture of heartwarming, full circle moments and just like strength and friendship, and then also just all the chaos and
Yeah.
evil. And oh my gosh, it was so good.
I hate when people say this when I'm reading something that someone has read, but like, just wait. I can't wait to read the rest of these.
I can't. Okay, so I have one final question before we get to our final ratings of the book.
Okay.
So we've talked about all of the things that have happened, all the girl power. So who is your queen of this book? Like, who is your ultimate queen? Like, we have
queen.
Lysandra, we have Aelin, Manon, Elide, Kaltain. I mean, the list goes on. Asterin has a crazy story.
Right.
Florine, the dancer or the dance teacher who saves Aelin. Like, the list goes on. It's actually insane.
Who's my queen? I want to say Kaltain, because that was like some severe queen behavior.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's my vote. Kaltain's my queen. Kaltain. Kaltain.
Like it's saltine crack.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Sorry, I'm hungry.
I think I really love everything Kaltain did, but I think I have to go with Manon. Like I think for the same reasons I said earlier. And actually this is crazy for me. Like you guys know I wasn't a big fan of her in Heir of Fire. Like I knew she was going to be one of Mallory's like favorite characters because of like all the witchiness. But like she was not like my favorite. I did not look forward to those chapters. But the love that she showed for everybody when she knew no one.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't know them. And, like, yeah, maybe that's just her being, like, loyal and, like, I gotta do what's right, and she saved my life. But I think it's deeper than that. I think she's...
It is, yeah. The being loyal thing and doing what's right is, like, a very witchy culture practice, I guess, in this book. When we meet Manon in Heir of Fire, she's described as heartless. I think her grandma kind of tells her that you don't feel anything, you're heartless. But in this book, she is definitely experiencing some emotions, and it's really nice.
Yeah, I think that's what makes Manon my queen of the book. She's a queen in her own right, and she deserves some praise for what she did, for sure. So yeah, do you want to give your final rating? I like for you to go first.
Why?
I don't know. I just like when you go first.
I feel like it's a 5-star book. It was really good. Like, I'm not just giving these away for no reason.
No.
We are very critical people, and if we say it's 5 stars, like, it's 5 stars. I don't know.
It's called having taste, and
yeah, I guess
we have taste here at the Double Book Pod, and so
yeah, I guess that
I'm giving it 5 stars. There's no doubt about it.
No doubt.
And I was saving it. Every other book in this series except for Assassin's Blade, which is technically a prequel, I've not given a 5 to. I was saving it, and I knew this one was going to deliver. Like, everybody talks about it all the time, so I knew.
It's so good.
It was just, I loved every minute of it.
That's it. 5 stars.
So, 5 stars.
Let us know if you agree.
It's the perfect blend. It's like the perfect blend of action and like friendship and love. And she's finally connecting with Rowan and we get a little bit of romance. And it's just like, it's so, everything is so full circle. There is a person from every book in this that plays a major role. Like,
Yeah.
it is so.
It's such a
Yeah.
satisfying feeling as
So
a reader to just like get that connection, like have that knit.
100%. It's insane.
And to have it done in such a good way. Like the story itself is good and interesting.
Oh, so good. All right. So we're gonna do a little fun segment for the end.
Can't wait.
We're gonna take a little BuzzFeed style quiz of which Queen of Shadows character are you. So we're each going to answer, and you can keep track of your answers as well. And we will let you know which one you are. Okay, question 1. What's your approach to a group project? A, you take control, plan the whole thing, let others think it was their idea. B, keep the peace, do your part, secretly stress about everything. C, stay quiet until something goes wrong, then fix it like a boss. D, add flair, drama, and just a hint of chaos. It's more fun that way. E, handle your own business, trust no one, maybe eat the weak. F, smile, lie, manipulate, repeat. Mallory, what are you choosing?
I think E. Handle my own business, trust no one, maybe eat the weak. I'm not gonna lie, like,
Yeah.
I'm doing my thing. I don't really trust anyone in a group project. And yeah, like if someone drops the ball, I'm gonna pick it up and not give them credit for it.
Yeah, that's fair. So I'm more of an A, so I'm gonna take control, especially in like a school setting. I'm gonna take control, plan it, and do the work because I don't trust anybody to do the work.
You don't want anyone else to mess it up.
No. I have like a vision and I'm gonna execute it.
Yeah.
And I don't need you guys. All right, so write down what you had for question 1. Question 2, what do people get wrong about you? A, that I'm all flash and no substance. B, that I don't care. C, that I'm too serious. D, that I'm just a pretty face. E, that I'm heartless. Or F, that I'm trustworthy. Mallory, what are you
People
picking?
definitely, I think that I'm too serious. Just because, like, I'm quiet and I don't know. I don't give it up for everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
I am very unserious.
Very unserious. Yeah. I think people think that I don't care, so I'm going with B. Just because sometimes I have a pretty, like, blank face, or just, like, look that I'm... Yeah, people have told me that recently, that, like...
Really?
Yeah, that I just look... I mean, I probably just have RBF, but, like, it's...
Yeah, I feel like these two are kind of the same. The I don't care and I'm too serious. Sort of
yeah, they are pretty similar.
Same problem of...
I agree.
Yeah, the RBF definitely does not help.
Yeah. Number 3. Which setting feels like home? A, a candlelit room with maps, wine, and secrets.
Ooh.
B, I'm intrigued, a sunlit training yard full of hard-earned silence. Okay. C, a stormy forest where the wind knows your name.
Oh.
D, a velvet-draped lounge with a hidden dagger or two. E, a sky-high cliff with your creature beside you. F, a throne room you plan to own, even if it's someone else's.
Did you write these?
No. ChatGPT wrote them, for sure. Yeah.
Like, what the heck?
No, I did not write these. Let the record show I did not write a velvet-draped lounge. No.
Maps, wine, and secrets. It's like, who?
Oh,
what?
yeah.
What do you think?
I'm going with that one. I think I'm going to go with that one. Like, the forest was intriguing until it was stormy, like...
That's what I'm saying. I'm not interested in the stormy forest. I think I'm going with the sky-high cliff with my creature.
I knew you were going to do that one. Yeah. I knew you were going to pick that one.
And in my head, my creature is like some kind of horse, unicorn, dragon. Maybe it's just a dragon. Yeah, I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay. I love that. All right. Number 4. Choose your social power move. A. Smirking mid-battle because you already won. B. Offering help and pretending you're not emotionally invested. C. Protecting someone while pretending it's no big deal. D. Cutting someone down with words and winged eyeliner.
Oh, okay.
E. Sparing someone who deserves to die because you said so. F. Making others underestimate you, then flipping the game.
I feel like none of them, but also if one's gonna apply to me,
I think I'm gonna say E.
I was gonna.
Sparing someone who deserves to die because you said so.
Okay, I'm gonna say F, making others underestimate you, then flipping the
Okay.
game. I don't make people underestimate me, it just happens a lot. And, like, I'll
Love
just
that.
a happy surprise. Like, I am a person who can do things. Maybe
Yeah.
not, like, murder
You're a
people,
blue
but-
jitsu. What? Did I just say blue jitsu? I meant to say you're a jujitsu blue belt, but I said blue jitsu.
Yeah, well, I have not been
Yeah.
going to Blue Jitsu lately. I'm taking a break, honestly. That was
No.
so funny.
Like, I want to join. I search blue jitsu near me. Blue jitsu.
No results found. Good luck, idiot.
Good luck defending yourself, idiot.
You'll never make it.
Stop.
So funny.
Can't.
Yeah, I think, okay.
But yes, I agree. People do underestimate you. You're very powerful.
Oh my god.
You're extremely powerful.
So
People
strong,
should be-
guys.
People should be terrified of you.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Last one. What's your red flag? A. My revenge plans have subplots. B. I bottle up feelings until I explode. C. I forget to take care of myself while saving others. D. I hold grudges. E. I don't trust easily, even the good ones. F. I can justify almost anything if it serves the end game.
So, what does it mean for me if I have multiple red flags?
I mean,
Am I toxic?
Possibly. No,
I
you're
think
not
I
toxic.
bottle up things till I explode. B.
I feel like I'd say C. I
Yeah.
forget to take care of myself while saving others. I'm a giver, like, and sometimes it's to my detriment. But yeah, I'm a people pleaser, so that's
Yeah, I see.
that happens sometimes. I could see that happening in a war situation.
I don't know.
yeah.
Honestly, like, if I'm in a war, I don't know. I cannot say I would save others more than myself.
No, I mean I can't say that either. 'cause I'm
Depending on
not
like
in that
who it is,
situation.
what my role is. If I'm just another pleb in the crowd, good luck everyone else. I'm getting out of this alive. But if I'm in charge of
Seriously.
something, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Write down your answers, everyone.
Write down your answers.
What are
Okay,
mine?
what did you have the most of, Mallory?
Let me see.
Which letter?
E.
Okay, so you have E.
Yeah.
So you are Manon Blackbeak. I'm not surprised.
Yes!
You're fierce, calculating, and full of silent rebellion. You've been taught to be heartless, but deep down, you're ruled by instinct and a growing sense of justice. Loyalty means
Ooh.
everything, but you'll choose who you're loyal to.
Ooh, I love it. I accept. I accept.
Good, because it's what you got.
Sweet.
All right.
I'll read
And
yours.
I had mostly A's.
A's. You are Aelin Galathinius. You are bold, brilliant. Who, me?
Way.
You are bold, brilliant, and built for drama. You carry
It's
a
not
thousand.
true.
Not at all. You carry 1,000 burdens and still find time for fashionably timed vengeance. Your greatest
Wow.
strength, turning tragedy into power. And making sure the people you love thrive, even if you burn doing it. Wow, that was dramatic.
That was super dramatic. Wow.
You are not built
I
for
love that.
drama, but like I could see the rest
No.
of this.
Yeah, the rest of it for sure.
Fashionably timed vengeance, that's Kayla.
No, I feel like that's not me either, but okay. I'm just glad that I like Aylin now, because if she was
Yeah,
still like,
if she was
I
still a
still
horrible
didn't
brat.
like her and I was her, I was like she was a
No.
lot less petty in this book, I will say.
You are not Selena Sardathian, you are Aelin Galathinius.
That is an important
distinction.
distinction. Wow. That's good. But for the listeners, if you had mostly B's, you are just Kale. You're Kale Westfall. You're grounded, dependable, and more sensitive than you let on. You believe in structure, loyalty, and doing the right thing, even when it hurts. You don't open up easily, but when you do, your people are everything.
If you
Okay,
picked mostly
sure.
C's, you are Rowan, which means you're calm, composed, and low-key terrifying. You don't waste words, but your actions speak volumes. Deep inside, there's a loyal heart and a protective streak a mile wide. Just don't expect hugs. You show love by standing guard. I kind of wish I was that. I don't like hugs.
I thought you were gonna be Rowan. I honestly did think you were gonna be Rowan.
That's funny.
If you had mostly D's, you're Lysandra. So you're stunning, savage, and smarter than anyone gives you credit for. People see charm and beauty, you see opportunities. You've rebuilt yourself from the ground up, and you're just getting started.
Ooh, love it. We know what E is, Manon. And then if you got mostly F's, sorry to say, but you're Arobynn. Ooh,
Ew. That's worse than Kale.
worse than Chaol. You're dangerously clever, manipulative, and 3 steps ahead of everyone else, for better or for worse. You play the long game, and trust is a currency that you control. Just maybe try working on the empathy thing, or don't. It's up to you. That's funny.
I love that. That's funny.
That was
But
fun.
yeah, we hope you played along with us. That was fun. I
Yeah.
like doing fun segments.
Me
like
too.
that,
Let us
so.
know what you got. Who are you? And
Yeah, please.
yeah, we'll chat about if you're Arobynn, why we still like you, I guess.
Yeah, you're still welcome here. It's okay.
Yeah.
That would have been funny if one of us would have got that.
Arobynn. Did I pick
Did you
an F?
answer any for F?
Yeah, I did.
Did.
Making others underestimate you and flipping the game.
You did. I didn't answer any F.
No, you're a good person.
You're a good person too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was such a fun time. But that ends it for Queen of Shadows. So our next episode coming up is going to be the Taylor Swift Bookish Eras tour. And so we're
Yes.
excited about that one. Spoiler alert, we already recorded it and it's a good one. So
Yeah,
make
it's
sure you
good.
listen to that one. And then after that, our last episode of April will be the tandem read of Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. So we will be posting about which chapters you should read when and what we'll be covering in part 1 and part 2 episodes. So stay tuned for that.
Follow us wherever you're listening, Spotify or Apple. Leave us a little rating and review. Or a comment. We want to talk to you guys. And we can also do that on social media. We're on Instagram as doublebooked_pod and on TikTok as double_booked_pod. And yeah, we like our little community. We've got some nice friends on there and it's always fun to get some more.
Yeah, for sure. And let us know what you thought of Queen of Shadows.
Yes.
Because we loved it. So
we loved it.
let's chat about it for sure. But we love you guys. Thanks for engaging with our content and thanks for supporting us and reading along with us. And until next time, happy reading.
Bye.